Hi guys, I just wanted to share something with you that I have been looking at over the last few weeks and I found it really interesting, and so I wanted to share it with you guys so you can perhaps implement this in your own lives. So when we feel emotions and whether it be fear or worry, anxiety, more negative emotions, often what we will do is distract our mind from them because we don't want to feel them, obviously. So maybe we emotionally eat and we shove food down our throats to mask an emotion, or we go out on the drink with our friends and we watch too much television, we get on Facebook, social media, we mask the emotion, we mask the feeling because we don't want to feel it because it's painful. In the same way, if you get a headache, the headache is a symptom of something. It's not just an isolated thing, it's something going on in your body that's creating a headache. So perhaps it's that you're not drinking enough water and you're dehydrated, or you're working too hard and you're giving yourself tension headaches, or you're watching too much television, whatever it is, it's giving you a headache. If you take a painkiller, the headache will go away, but it's just masking a problem. And by doing all the things, all these more negative ways of dealing with things that we do every day, we are just masking the emotion. So what I've been trying to do, because I've become a little bit obsessed with not being fake and not mindlessly like being positive, because I'm aware that sometimes you can feel that becomes the case when you're working on your mindset, and we don't want to be numb, we don't want to not have feelings. So what I've been practicing is when I feel one of these emotions come up, so let's say it's fear, whatever reason I'm feeling fearful. And I'm using that as an example because actually this morning I had that. I've just got back off holiday, back to reality, impending things that are happening in my world. And I had that feeling of dread. And I was sat in my car, and instead of going, right, music on, let's go and do something, distract, I'll tidy the house, I'll do something, I'll distract my mind. Instead of doing that, I just took a moment and I allowed the fear to come into my body. And I allowed myself to recognize it. I allowed myself to acknowledge that it's a real fear and that it's okay to feel scared, and it's pretty normal, and it's a normal reaction to things that are happening in my world. I acknowledge that it was real was important, because often our fears aren't real, and so we can go, okay, actually I've made that fear up, but I can, the fear that I felt this morning, I could acknowledge it and just give it emotion, just give it a moment to just let it be, and let myself not feel like I'm crazy for feeling that fear. And by doing that, by giving it that acknowledgement, it actually dispersed the fear. I just went, yeah, I'm normal to feel that fear. And now what I'm going to do is working on being as strong as I can possibly be. What can I do to feel strong in this moment? And so by acknowledging your worries or your anxieties or your fears, and sometimes maybe even just having a moment, have a cry and let it out. If you're sad, for example, don't always mask the sadness. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay. Let it be. Have a moment where you set yourself a time and you go, for 10 minutes, I'm going to really feel it. I'm going to feel this emotion so painfully. It's going to hurt. And I'm going to allow it to I'm going to cry, I'm going to feel sad, I'm going to shout, I'm going to scream, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to let that feeling out. Acknowledge it's a normal human thing, that we feel emotions, and then just let it be and move from it. And not allow myself to continue it any further than the time I've set, and then to move on with it. But just having that acknowledgement has become something that I just think it's very important. Let's not mask our fears and our worries. They're there. They're always going to be there. We're never not going to be scared. We're never not going to be sad when things are upsetting. That would be weird. That wouldn't be human. But equally, on the positive side, acknowledge when you're feeling good. And when you're feeling good, just take a moment to just feel blissfully good and allow it, and not be scared of that. Just think, yeah, I'm feeling really good. It might not even be a reason, you just might feel good, and allow that to seep into your system as well, because on the more positive side, that's amazing. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share it with you, and if you guys have any experience of this, or you try it out, yeah, let me know, and I will speak to you all soon.